It hurts. I just can't believe it. I wish I would have been here to help him.
You're hearing more from the father of a boy who was shot to death in Raleigh Friday. 15-year-old Caden Alston Arnold is right there in the center of your screen. His father says his son's friend pulled the trigger.
Caden's aunt called his father after he was shot, and they initially thought he would recover. He died hours later.
They said they was able to sew his heart back up, but it just didn't start back beating. I really thought they were his friends. I would have never allowed them boys in this house if I would have known that they really would.
On the morning of March 20th, 15-year-old Caden Alston Arnold was at home when, shortly before noon, two other teenagers came over to his house. According to Caden's father, the boys said they were there to buy a pair of jeans that Caden owned, but from the jump, their energy was off. According to Caden's dad, his Ring doorbell camera showed the teens acting unusually persistent. They were walking around the house, trying to find another way inside besides the front door, and even asking which window belonged to Caden. It seems like Caden didn't immediately come to the door, but at some point he did, and the boys went inside. When the three boys started discussing the sale of the jeans, allegedly, the two boys refused to pay, so Caden refused to hand them over. When Caden refused to give the jeans, one of the boys then brandished a firearm and shot Caden. The two boys then fled the home. It's unclear if they took the jeans with them or not before they left. At first, the family was hopeful that Caden would make a full recovery because when his aunt spoke to him, he tried to reassure her that he was okay. He told her, "I think I'm going to be okay, Auntie." And despite his injury, Caden was still moving. He was walking throughout the house trying to clean up the blood that was in several spots. In all likelihood, he was possibly in shock and trying to make sense of what had just happened. Caden's dad wasn't home at the time, but when his sister called to tell him that Caden had been shot, he immediately headed towards the house. By the time he arrived, Caden had collapsed. He was immediately rushed to the hospital where doctors worked to try to save him. And according to Caden's dad, the doctors were able to repair his heart, but sadly, repairing it wasn't enough. Caden passed away from his injuries shortly after. Police in Raleigh confirmed that a juvenile suspect has been taken into custody. Due to their age, authorities have not released the suspect's name or details about the charges. Caden's father believes that the boys who came to the house were people that Caden thought he could trust, people he believed were his friends, but obviously they weren't. Because it appears that most states protect the identities and information surrounding juvenile offenders, I'm not sure we will get very many additional details in this case, unless the juveniles are treated as adults and prosecuted in adult court for Caden's death. If they are, or if more details come out, I'll definitely keep you guys posted.